Welcome to one of my Runeterra highlight videos. I highlight a different deck almost every single day of the week. If you enjoy the content, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Enjoy. Okay, so in addition to playing specific viewer submissions, I also take what I refer to as build-around submissions, where I let the person submitting it pick either a subset of cards or region combinations or champion combinations, etc. And then I do my best to build the deck surrounding what they've given me. The build-around submission for this one was specifically building with Ezreal with Freljord as a second supporting region. I think there's a couple different directions I could have built this deck in. I looked at builds with Ezreal with Ashe for a Frostbite sub-theme, but what I ended up going with, I think seems sweet, is we've got Teemo here as our second champion, as a second elusive champion, and we're top-ending Feel the Rush here as kind of a go-over-the-top kill our opponent setup. So Feel the Rush grabs us two different random champions from our hand or deck and makes them 10/10s. So Feel the Rush with Ezreal and Teemo means that we get 20 elusive power when we floop it into play. I also have a Wolf Rider here as a source of ramp. So this ramps on Plunder, and Ezreal and Teemo are both cheap elusive threats that make this Plunder very elegantly. And then we're just playing some other kind of generically good cards. So we got things like Thermo Beam, Mystic Shot, Flash Freeze, Static Shocks as ways to level up Ezreal so we can play him as a fair card. Troll Chant, notably another burst speed spell that levels up Ezreal and deals 2 with him. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this and see how it feels. Yeah, and this hand actually seems like really good in this matchup, right? I think I actually want 2 Omen Hawks here, just as cheap blockers. Kindly Tavern Keeper keeps her life total high. So opponent's playing discard aggro, Jinx Draven for those not familiar. So they can Challenger this. This comes into play for free if they discard it, so decent start for them. Yeah, mushrooms are definitely esports cards. The fact that you get live draws off both players' decks with them is really great. If they don't open attacks here, we get to kill this with Mystic Shot. Why didn't I attack? Because I didn't want to attack my 1/1s into their 2/2. So now are we killing this, or are we double Mystic Shotting this? I feel like I'm letting this live. Yeah, shutting down value on the Flame Chompers with the Battlecaster is important. I agree with that. Then there's a question of, do I want to play this out this turn, or do I want to bank spell mana so I can Ezreal attack and then use his Mystic Shot next turn? I think it's the latter. I think especially because they're attacking now, we just bank this, then we can Ezreal crack them with the elusive and then Mystic Shot something next turn. Because like Ezreal's Mystic Shot plus this one could kill Draven, for example.
Time for the moneymakers.
Yeah, they patched the Jinx bug last night, I believe.
Time for a true display of skill.
Nice. Depending on what they play out here, we'll probably attack with the Hawk too, because if they block, the Mystic Shot kills it. Thanks everybody for out today, by the way. Awesome to have over 550 people in here this morning. Little Nugget and Gremnot, thanks for the follows. Cleve, welcome to Hoaglandia, folks.
Take your time, pal.
Edel.
Like I've got better things to do.
If you're new to the channel, I'm here full-time. Stream Runeterra 5 to 6 days a week in the mornings. Just do a little bit of variety stuff in the evenings. Usually play a lot of different constructed decks here. some ladder, some of the best of 3 pick ban gauntlets. Easy attack here.
That's gotta hurt.
No, it's supposed to be just Texas and tough. Definitely want to prioritize killing Jinx here. She's real scary.
Charge!
She is not. They fixed the Jinx bug last night, chat. This is not Magic Arena. They fixed their bugs in a relatively timely manner. I think I want to prioritize killing her here first, so that way they can't level her up in response. They obviously could maybe level her up with 4 cards in response, but it's pretty unlikely. I'm probably getting into the range of needing to chump block this now.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings or people.
You should try blinking sometime.
I think I'm in the market to chump block with this.
Escapes my watch. Let's boogie.
Screaming helps, not at all.
Trump's filing allegations of voter fraud in court without any evidence because he's grifting campaign donations from his idiot followers. If you read the campaign donation emails he's sending out, 60% plus of the money that's being donated is being used to pay off campaign debt. Like the entire rest of his presidency, it's a grift. He is a career con man.
His old eyes still see far and clear.
One shot.
Easy open attacks here. I'm pretty sure even though they're at 9, we're supposed to use these to control the board here. I'm only at 11, so I just want to keep myself alive here. If Jinx levels up, they could punk us out.
Firing.
I stand for Noxus. I gotta work with this Joker.
I think we just kill Jinx now while she can't level. If they don't open attacks here, we get to Kindly Tavern Keeper. The other reason past grifting campaign donations why Donald Trump hasn't conceded yet and continues to erode democracy in the United States is because the GOP is worried if Donald Trump concedes he's lost the presidency before the Georgia runoff election in January. There's a real chance that his base will fail to vote in Georgia in January, and if they fail to vote in January, they'll lose the Senate as well. It's all calculated. So if I block like this, I die to vision technically, right? That's not strictly true. If they vision, I get to Mystic Shot this, and then I take 5, 6.
I know you're thinking and stuff, but could you maybe speed things up a little?
Maneuver is not usually a card that the opponent's archetype plays. I also don't really have the ability to play around that card.
Now we're cooking. Alert the village! I thought I was already perfect.
I just didn't have room press a pick. I didn't really want to cut any of the units that I'm playing. And if I'm not cutting units, I have to cut spells. I didn't really have any spells I wanted to cut. We're still 2 turns off of Field Rush, right? We're only going up to 8 mana next turn.
By all means. me mask, secure me tail,
Start the day. Well, Ezreal might be lethal here.
Stop bragging if you could back it up.
This one's on the house.
Troll Chant. Troll Chant helps keep this alive through a Get Excited. They have double Get Excited for my face. Oh, that's frustrating. We are so close. Can we kill them? We're close to lethal back, right? Are they dead? Are they dead? I have 8 mana. Well, let's find out. I didn't count.
Hey, dead.
Look at that. Exactly lethal on the backswing. Easy game. Never didn't have it. Oh, the reverse Uno card. Hashtag sometimes lucky.
Easy. Like my name.
Easy, like his name, chat. Huh. Are we just keeping all of these? Yeah, both decks today have been excellent. Big agree. Might have to do highlights for both of them. I'm trying to make sure to post a highlight every day, so like, if I'm going to take one day off of being live this weekend, so I'll probably delay a highlight for one of them. I think I'm going to keep all of these. Like, he's got a reasonable curve, he's got a decent piece of interaction. Yes.
They're out there. I'll spot them. Safeguard our homes.
Safeguard our homes. How have the fancier highlights been received by the YouTube viewers? They average a little bit more views on average than the rest of my videos, and the response on the last sub survey to the YouTube highlights has been very positive. So I think they're definitely going to be something that I continue doing. Putting the highlight videos together takes me like less than 10 minutes each day, so I figured out a way to do it fairly efficiently. Jacob the Cosmos, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Watch and learn.
Attack with everything. It's not bad.
Another day guarding the walls.
Firing.
Not really, Lord Odin. They're pretty comparable. So posting the highlight videos is basically just like getting me extra YouTube watch time for a small amount of extra work. So dragons isn't really a well-established archetype, so I'd be hesitant to say they are or aren't main decking specific things. And still, I think dragons is still something I would definitely consider kind of off-meta. Still trying to be figured out in the wake of post-Shyvana. Alright, how do we feel about Static Shock to pop the Spell Shield, and then Thermo Beam to kill this next turn? Maybe that's unnecessary. We're basically just trying to stall till we get to this at this point, right? You want Jump Womp? I kind of want to play Sentry.
These old eyes still see far.
Oh, I'm dumb. Jump Womp got Omen Hawked. Yeah, I should have Jump Wumped. This was bigger too. Yeah, you're right, Brispic. You're right. This was a 5-4. In my head, this was not trading, but you're completely correct.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
So on their next turn, we can feel the rush.
We feast tonight, Varg.
Can you feel it in the air tonight, chat? Teemo's the size of cosmic space dragons, chat.
They think themselves cultured.
I've got your back.
The constellations bow to me. My, how they stare.
Nailed it.
What if I can ask you a question? What screams Sharp Sight?
They don't know what they're up against. Pay debt.
Goodbye, friend. Israel goes pew pew pew. The win and response games have been really fantastic with this deck. You know, honestly, I don't really know that I'd have anything I would change about this. This deck felt pretty smooth and consistent overall. It worked out in practice basically exactly like I drew it up in principle. We had these cheap elusive threats that trigger Wolf Rider. We're able to kind of have this scrappy, like, cheap creature threat beat you down game that sometimes wins by leveling Ezreal. In the really removal-heavy matchups, Progress Day and Field Rush generate us card advantage and find us closing power. Yeah, I don't know that I'd change anything. Maybe 3 Flash Freezes is too many, but I also think, like, against other Field Rush decks, this card's very good at being able to swing for us, so I think it's fine. Having burst speed interaction for Ezreal felt good with 6 of these. Rummage was okay. It can smooth things out on occasion. Yeah, I think 2 Rummage is fine. I don't think that I'd play more. Like, one of the things that was, like, I kind of want more Chump Wump, but as far as curve considerations go, like, if you look at the curve of this deck, with Wolf Rider, I don't think I can afford to play more than 2 Chump Wump, and I think I'd rather have 3 Wolf Rider than more.